My father has been supplying goods to Dakan al-Akmar?
Yeah, it makes as little sense to us as it does to you. I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them.
Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyazad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really? I never knew.
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time and offered everyone generous remuneration.
He died a long time ago.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Akmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
So that's... Okay, I have a feeling that this is still probably going to be part of the video, or it's going to be a whole new one. I'm not really sure. These story quests usually take like 3 episodes now to do. It should probably still be like that.
Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to directly strike their headquarters.
Something doesn't look... Wait, something doesn't look right out there. Something's not loaded. Unless I'm having a mirage, and that looks like water.
Doesn't know what to say anymore.
Responding to violence with more violence will only cause you more pain.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not deserve the freedom that the boss won for us with his life. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrificing yourself to save the world. We used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end, he really went and lived those stories out himself. As for me, I never considered myself a hero. We're all the lowest of the low. We have no right to even imagine such an existence. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. The spirit of the hero touched all those he had saved, and more people joined his cause. Maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, we were drawn in. And now, we want to see the story through to the end. I'm sorry, Dehya. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a madman ranting.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dehya? You wanna go with them?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that some situations get so bad that it's difficult to tell good from evil. All I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I want to know if my father is still there. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on my own.
I'm on your side, Dehya.
Yeah. Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see this through to the end.
Thank you. We'll be a lot stronger together with you.
I bet Boss would lose his mind if he ever knew you'd join us at the very last moment like this.
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants. But the fact is, I owe him this much.
I guess it all comes down to this.
What a bummer. I just had to get injured now, right before the final fight. Be sure to punch one of them for me.
It just makes me sad because Dehya's father basically killed himself to protect his daughter, and this is why I don't like going back through like games like Until Dawn, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, even for like if The Walking Dead had trophies where I needed to do like the bad stuff. This is why I don't like watching them or doing them myself, because I don't like the sad stories. And why I'm bringing up these anyways, because for Heavy Rain I had to go get the trophy where you get to the end of the game with every character, but then you fail. So to see, and you know, bro, Heavy Rain is so old, like it shouldn't even matter about the spoilers, but you know, you save Sean, and then Sean gets to watch his father get gunned down by a bunch of police after his father just saved him. Like, oh my god. I could hardly even look at my screen. I mean, while I was doing that, I was also watching Horimiya, and I've been getting bored of watching stuff on YouTube, so I think I'm just gonna watch a bunch of anime on Hulu now. Before I watched Charlotte, and now I'm going to watch the entirety of Horimiya, which is a very nice romance anime. It's very cute.
Entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
Very cute little anime. After I watch Horimiya, I think I'm gonna watch Chivalry of the Failed Knight. I've also got Agami ga Kill. I think I said that wrong. There's a couple little animes that I'm gonna watch. I mean, this will actually be the first time I'm actually gonna put myself into watching a bunch of animes, because I've not done that, like, at all. I play a bunch of anime games, but I don't really watch anime. And bro, I'm never getting into One Piece. That's too long. And I don't really like the art style. Go ahead and attack me.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people they've got left, though.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
I've fought through many situations like this before.
Yeah. We'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here. I'll take the lead. I've been here once before.
Oh shit, he's already taking the lead. Like he's booking it.
That's close
Happy to oblige.
You are not welcome.
By royal decree.
Oh yeah, also, I woke up with great news today. Apparently, we are actually going to get Honkai Star Rail on console. So that's awesome. Like, PlayStation put out a trailer like, Honkai Star Rail coming soon. There is actually no confirmation on the release date of Honkai Star Rail on consoles, sadly. But we do know it's happening. And then someone scared me with a comment saying, oh boy, it's gonna be like Genshin on Switch all over again. Well, that's kind of scary because Genshin hasn't been on Switch for like, 2 years. So, I don't like that at all. But hopefully, I don't think they would. There is no reason that Honkai Star Rail wouldn't be on console faster than, Genshin comes to Switch. I mean, dude, it's just a turn-based game. And it is, as far as I know right now, it doesn't have I think I'll ask Zach about. I need to ask Zach about this. I've been wondering this for a while. I'm sure he knows the answer about like how long and how difficult is it to actually, you know, have a PC game and then try and make it a console game at the same time, you know, and vice versa. So I'm gonna try asking him that question, and maybe it'll help me figure out when Honkai Star Rail will come to console. But because Honkai Star Rail is coming to console, yeah, Genshin and also Blue Protocol is supposed to be coming at some point. Yeah, Genshin's just gonna be paused for a very, very long time. It's gonna be paused for a long time.
Let's get it on! You're dead meat!
Wipe the floor with her. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm very excited to see Honkai Star Rail coming to console. And that and Blue Protocol are going to be the MMO games that I play, and I'm not going to be playing Genshin again for a long time.
Nice and spicy.
I think Orange is probably happy to know that.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait, they went charging ahead without checking for any traps.
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything else.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss down!
Let's check if there's another way. The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better.
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something. Let's try our luck with that mechanism.
Okay, let's go.
You know, one of the reasons I think that Genshin hasn't come to Switch yet is because Nintendo is just being like, no. Because you know Nintendo, they're assholes. Well, that was easy. But yeah, you know Nintendo, they're assholes, so that's probably why Genshin's never come to Switch. But then again, Nintendo does have a lot of ecchi, anime games on there, apparently. So, I don't know. I'm really hoping, I don't know, that person just kind of scared me. I don't want Honkai Star Rail to become the Genshin Switch. Like, I don't care if Honkai Star Rail doesn't come out like the first month, as long as it comes out on console the same damn year.
Another mechanism like the one
for
before,
me.
but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
I see. Yep, okay. Yeah. Oh man, and it's looking to me like any recordings later are going to be fucking held off for a while. That's great.
Nice and spicy. By royal decree.
Like, hopefully I'll still be able to finish recording today. It's gonna be pushed to later in the night, so I probably won't edit anything today. Do I have anything else to talk about? Again, like I said, I'm just excited for Honkai Star Rail, and I'm glad it's coming to console. I had a strong feeling it was going to, because I didn't see any reason for it to not come to console. And I do believe that someone had probably said, oh, Honkai Star Rail is going to be the Genshin killer. And then I said, it can't be the Genshin killer if it's not on console. There is no... if a game looks like it could be a Genshin killer, if it's not on console, it's immediately no longer a Genshin killer. Just like Tower of Fantasy. It didn't come to console, so it couldn't be the Genshin killer. That just wasn't going to be possible. Like, if you literally don't put your game on every other platform that you can, you wouldn't become the Genshin killer. I don't know why people can't understand that. They just immediately look at something and it's like, Genshin killer, and it's like, no. It's not, no. That just is not gonna happen. But yeah, you'll be 100% expecting me to play Honkai Star Rail. And I think I'm going to play as the female, but what kind of surprise is that? Whoa. Looks like a boss would be in here.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side, but as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already. I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power King Deshret bestowed upon his followers. They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory. Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
I don't know why he almost sounds like Patrick. God damn it, you're right on a wall. Make it move along the wall.
Windblade!
I also hope people have been enjoying Resident Evil 4 Remake. As it did come out today? No, it came out yesterday. It came out yesterday, but probably most people are playing it probably today. Bro, come on. From the gameplay I've been seeing, I definitely think the remake for Resident Evil 4 is already my favorite with the little bit that I played and the stuff I've watched. So yeah, the Resident Evil 4 remake is the good Resident Evil 4.
Don't think that
So maybe now we really need a remake for Devil May Cry 4 for me to like that. That's what happens with Capcom. It seems I don't like their original versions of a fourth game. I did get to hear the merchant saying his lines with the new voice, and the new guy who does the merchant's voice, he at least nails the lines. He doesn't sound like the original merchant, but he actually says the lines pretty good. I heard him say "Guts, rare things, stranger," and I was like, "Yep, that's good. Good enough."
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Man, enough of this King Deshret. I'm gonna get this King ass whooping. I see you activate that, and it only happened on Shrine. What the fuck? I've still been debating whether or not recently to try and pull for Mika, but then I'm probably just gonna be wasting my stuff.
Wind, hear me.
Dog, what are you doing over there? Scared the hell out of me.
Reveal
Thinking somebody was at the door.
My royal
Well, they got that good music playing in here. They know what's up.
This is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
What's alive? Been ready to start!
Your sacrifice
Where do you
is
think
ready.
you're going? I swear by my sword!
Ow. Oh my god, I can't even move. It keeps stun locking me.
Windblade.
Pound into the what? No, let me swap. There's a Goba ready.
My royal decree.
They need to die already. She just had a heart attack.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us. This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat.
Yes, keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
Well, you see why I've ended up voicing my enemy characters like this?
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Here comes the team.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen. No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more.
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand, alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Well, don't let him hit that switch now.
Wait!
We might want to leave. I've seen this once before. Why'd that guy pass out?
We were too late.
Did he kill
It's
himself?
over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, Dehya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
I gotta tell you all, I'm getting real tired of getting in this game and having to keep going to buy food. Like, I'm so done with it. You just told me I don't have art. Oh, I can't even open it. I can't. Clear out a bunch of like 100 artifacts right quick. Didn't they increase the artifact spot one time? I can't quite remember. Yeah, even if Honkai Star Rail ends up coming out later than you know, then the game comes out on PC and mobile, that's fine as long as it doesn't take like, you know, more than a whole year. I really don't want it to take a year. Take at least 2 months, I guess, at the very least. You know, don't take until the next Honkai Star Rail update. Like, cause then at that point, that's when I'm gonna start worrying, because then they need to actually keep adding more and fixing more. So, you know, at the very least, it probably would be the next month that the game would come to console. Or if we're lucky, we will get it at least in the first week, just not the same day. That just means people are going to be ahead of me. But oh well. I'd just be glad to play another one of Hoyoverse's works.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after?
Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela?
Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. I'm telling the truth. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out every day?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room? Answer me!
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want. It's not like any of them still matter anyway.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk.
Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about.
He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly aware of what he had done. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno.
Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys. Spare them no mercy if they try anything.
I've already told you everything I know. Can't you just leave me alone?
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Dehya.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking. Let's look around. Maybe we can find something that's been left behind.
They found his cane.
Must be the one that Dehya's father used.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been left behind?
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh?
Of course it has a sword in it.
Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dehya has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dehya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dehya, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
Enough to get you crying. Oh. Well, of course she should keep it. Why else? Who else would take the damn cane?
What's this?
Oh, this is all on Paimon's tab.
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money.
Also
Horrible
smart.
thing to say. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy.
She rarely spends her allowance on other people.
Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy. Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace. And I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to us, it's the most worthless thing of all.
I mean, at this point, all the damn money I got, it do be like that.
Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth and nearly even shed tears for his sake. We're hypocrites. All of us.
You should never question your true feelings, though.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. All I can do now is wait for their verdict. Huh? Dehya, you're looking quite down again.
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better. I just...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel a little guilty watching you cry like this.
Dehya, your pain must be even worse. You shouldn't need to comfort me.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing has finally shown me the difference between illusion and reality. My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am, and I will never be able to lead a peaceful existence.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd jobs. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play. Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
Oh, this rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to the Corps after this. Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh. It feels lighter than expected.
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat. But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Ugh, it kinda stinks.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break that rule, he could have at least copied something useful.
That probably means this was really important to him.
Ah, and here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? Why are these things here?
I'm suddenly feeling a little scared.
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap and dumped any and everything in there. 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
Huh? There's something in the bottle!
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it in the bottle, though. If I end up forgetting about it, it won't really matter. To Dehya. It's a letter for me? It's all right. I'll just read it out. If he went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have been some important things that he wanted to say. Or at least record down.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group. But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably Idrisi's fault. He was never up to any good.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that I was never your father to begin with.
Wait, what?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. It really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dehya, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I'll help too.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky. Because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.